On May 6, 2024, we're going to have the sun in Taurus in this harmonious aspect to the planet of Saturn in Pisces. So the sun represents your identity, your ego, it's you. Saturn is considered to be the taskmaster of the Zodiac. It represents time, it represents doing things the right way, appreciating quality and appreciating responsibility. Now, Taurus themes include stability, practicality, enjoying the finer things of life, slowing down. Pisces is considered to be this visionary. It's about beautiful, creative energy. Taurus and Pisces working together is this true blend of your material and your spiritual realm working together. I love this mixture of self-expression and identity, creating with this Taurus energy. It's grounded, it's reliable, it's about swirling and mixing with the sensitive, intuitive attributes of Pisces. Pisces being so watery and dreamy and creative, it's imaginative. And together, this transit is encouraging you to brace the holistic approach to your personal growth, your relationships, and your intellectual pursuits. It's about creating things in your life that are grounded in reality, but not lacking in imagination. The sun sextile to Saturn transit is going to represent this time period for you that is stable for growth and practical achievements, the sun, where it's disciplined for patience from Saturn, blending the Taurus grounded determination and Pisces mystical intuition. This is bringing about this harmonious balance between you wishing to pursue your material goals and acknowledging the spiritual and emotional undercurrents of what is going on outside in the world. All the while encouraging you to have this grounded approach to life's challenges and ambitions. Hi, I'm Patricia Tate, and this is your Sun Sextile Saturn transit for astrology, forecast for all 12 signs. To get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. Now, let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, the sun is sandwiched in your second house of self-worth, cash, property, resources. It's sandwiched between, we just had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction offering us freedom and liberation and exploration to disrupt what's been going on in your values, your opinions, your financial condition. And it's sandwiched in between the moon, your emotions, your feelings, and Venus, money, resources, love, beauty. So we have this sandwich, like literally, of all of these planets, and the sun is right in the middle. Remember that the sun represents you, your identity, and your ego, and you are really focused on your values, your opinions, your work ethic, your self-esteem, everything that has to do with people, places, and things that you want to surround yourself with in order to make you feel secure. Now, Taurus energy, remember, it's about being stable with these resources, enjoying the finer things of life, taking some time to slow down. This aspect of this sextile between Saturn and Pisces and the sun in Taurus, it's occurring the day before this new moon. It's giving you this fertile soil to say this is really what you need to do in order to plant these seeds for your future. Taurus themes are enjoying the finer things. It's slowing down, and Pisces is watery. It's intuitive. It's psychic. This is in your 12th house, bringing in these themes of your inner world that you don't share with other people. It's where you've done the inner work. It's doing the deep journeys. The 12th house represents everything that you do either in the dark, solitary, or meditating, or in the dream world. And it can represent astral projection, astral travel, like tapping into your dreams, your intuition, the Akashic records. The 12th house is where we go to connect to the spiritual realm. So we know that Saturn in Pisces wants to create these boundaries and this structure with a focus on your spiritual growth for emotional healing and having these healthy boundaries with your finances, your resources, your talents, your skill set, everything that has to do with you. It's you embracing this holistic approach for your personal growth. These relationships that you're going to have with people that you consider to be in your inner circle, and offering you the opportunity to, as you plant these seeds, to bring about practical achievements with discipline and patience, bringing in the Saturn aspect, and this harmonious balance between what does my spirit need and what do I need. What do I need financially, emotionally, spiritually? It's me needing to have security, me needing to have healthy boundaries, and encouraging this grounded approach with life's challenges and ambitions that you're going to be moving forward with as you plant these seeds. All right, so Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, I absolutely love this for you. We have the Sun now sandwiched in your first house of self. You've just had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction offering you this freedom, this liberation. It's literally you breaking out of a shell, you being forced to change, grow, evolve. We also have Venus here bringing in love and beauty and money and resources. And this could be an opportunity to change your appearance or change some things about yourself. And then the moon, your feelings and your emotions. The moon is inching closer to the new moon that's going to be occurring. So what's going on is all of this energy is going to be sandwiching the Sun, which represents your identity and your ego, in your first house of self. The first house is your outlook, you being seen, it's your self-expression, it's your personality, it's your appearance, it's your strengths, it's your habits, it's your identity, your body, it's everything that has to do with you. I also equate it to your website, your business card. It's this is who I am. And this could be you like changing your name, like being known as a healer, or being known as something else, or changing your identity, or revealing your identity to others. So the Sun being sandwiched between all of this energy is laying the groundwork for the new moon that's going to be occurring in Taurus. So remember that the Sun represents your identity and your ego, and Taurus brings about stability and practicality and wanting to slow down. And then we have Saturn and Pisces. Saturn and Pisces creates these boundaries within the structure of your 11th house themes that include your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your networks, the people that you meet with, that you share beliefs with, or this connection to peers. It's who do I align myself with in order to move forward or get to where I want to be, to accomplish what I want? And in the sign of Pisces, it's this watery, dreamy, creative, imaginative energy. It's combining these earthy elements with the spiritual realm. It's self-expression and identity of who do you want to align with to accomplish these goals. This transit is encouraging you to look at this as a holistic approach for personal growth, not only with yourself, but who are you with? The groups include your peers, your social groups, teams, social circles, as your beliefs change. So this is going to be a time of slow and steady growth because you're going to be planting these new moon intentions, and it's going to be blending this grounded determination using your intuition, this mystical, dreamy, I understand this is in harmony. My mind and my spirit are in harmony together, and I'm using my intuition with what I want to move forward with my material goals, and knowing that I need to have this spiritual and emotional combined energy, encouraging this grounded approach for everything that's happening. I love this because this energy is really prepping you for the opportunities that are leading up to the new moon in Taurus, that you're planting the seeds to move forward with. The Pisces, the Saturn in Pisces really wants you to create these boundaries and structures with the people that you're spending time with, that with the people that you are aligned with. And if it's not in a true alignment, it's you saying, I need to focus on my spiritual growth, my emotional growth. I need to have these healthy boundaries in order for me to be my authentic self and to transform and grow into who I am. And this will change your outlook. This will change how other people are going to view you. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, I absolutely love this for you because this is occurring in your 12th house. Now, the Sun is sandwiched in between your moon, your emotions, your feelings. It's approaching a new moon. So we are literally creating and tilling the soil in order for you to plant the seeds for this new moon. Venus is here bringing about love and beauty and wanting to unite, and it's about cash or property or things that you value, things that you appreciate. You've just had the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is offering you freedom and liberation. So the Sun, representing your identity and your ego, being in your 12th house, is you saying, all right, I've done the shadow work. I've been in isolation, whether by choice or this could be for health reasons, like an affliction or an institution or hospitalizations, or this could be by choice of where I need rest and retreat for like spiritual retreats or meditation or yoga. The 12th house is where we go to tap into the spiritual realm in order to connect to the divine, connect to our higher spirit, or to connect to our angels, our guides, the Akashic records, the dream world, our past life regressions. The 12th house is like the basement of things and cleaning and clearing some things out. So we know that you have been doing a lot of that work, and like a lot of work behind the scenes within yourself, and you're now ready to plant the seeds to grow something over a longer period of time. Now, Saturn in Pisces at the top of your chart is your career, your job, your ambitions, your goals. The 10th house represents your social status, your reputation, authority figures, or you being seen as an authority figure. It's things that you want to achieve. And this is working in tandem. A sextile is where the two planets are working in conjunction with each other, saying, I want to help you create this. Taurus themes include stability and enjoying the finer things of life. And it's about slowing down and this creative, artistic energy with your job, with your goals, with things that you want to do in your public life that could include your ambitions, you being seen as an authority figure. The 10th house also represents the legacy that I want to leave behind. Now, Pisces is watery and dreamy and imaginative. And so are you able to embrace this holistic approach to your personal growth of what you want to achieve? The 10th house is you being seen in the outside world. Think of it like as the top of the building, the top of the house, with creating things that are grounded in reality, but not lacking in imagination. This includes your relationships. This includes this is about your personal growth and what people are not able to see on the inside. It's representing this time period where you're going to have this slow and steady personal and practical achievements that you want to work with discipline and patience, and blending the determination of, yeah, I'm ready to plant these seeds. I'm ready to grow I'm ready to dive into the spiritual realm that's behind the scenes. This could be taking classes or workshops, or doing things like studying things or connecting with others, and it definitely could mean the spiritual realm, like you connecting to your spirit guides, you connecting and healing through the Akashic records or past life regressions, or anything that's like dream or meditation related, that's deep journeys or transcendence, in order to offer the healing from within. Now, during this, with the sun sandwiched in here, it's prepping you to move forward with these opportunities that you are going to need to create some healthy boundaries with you and your career, your job, and other people that are like see you all the time, and having some structure, that you have this downtime, that you have this alone time, focusing on your spiritual growth, your emotional healing, these healthy boundaries. The 12th house is a time where I go and I sit and I meditate for my mental, physical, spiritual, psychological, emotional health and well-being. And this is bringing about all these opportunities for you to have this growth, and encouraging you to be grounded with it, with life's challenges as they come up, and making sure that you continue to give yourself this private time for rest, retreat, and recovery. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, the Sun is sandwiched between the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that occurred, that's offering you some liberation and freedom from some of the social circles, your networks, these groups that you're affiliated with, and liberation of accomplishing some goals or realigning your goals. Now, Venus here is offering you this opportunity to connect and blend together, merge together with, make new connections with other people in order to either share resources or love or money. And the moon is inching upon the new moon that's going to occur. Now, the new moon, when it happens in the sign of Taurus, it's about planting the seeds. So this transit is giving you the opportunity to go in and stir and like mix the fertilizer into the soil. It's about tilling the ground with this harmonious sextile aspect of Saturn in Pisces. So the 9th house represents your connections with other people, places, things, like these cross-cultural experiences with trying new food, new places, new things. It's about publishing and legal things. It's taking classes and workshops and teaching these things. The 9th house represents everything that has to do with foreign people, places, and things, law, advertising, long-distance travel. It's you expanding your wisdom and knowledge by connecting to others that are far and wide, either through traveling there or through groups or classes or networks that you are connected up with. This aspect, Taurus is wanting you to be grounded and stable, and having practicality in enjoying setting these goals for what you want to do for job, career, legacy. Saturn brings about wanting to have structures and boundaries within the dream realm, or within this connection that's about your spiritual growth, you connecting to other people. And it's saying, I want this emotional healing. I need these healthy boundaries. I have to be open-minded to these different classes or practices, or the different ways in which other people do things, and like have this open mind, because what can I gain from this wisdom? What can I gain from this knowledge? Setting your new moon intentions with offering not just growing the seed of a flower, but growing the seed of a tree, something that will grow and manifest over a longer period of time. Together, this Pisces, watery, intuitive, imaginative, working with the Taurus earth is encouraging you to brace an open mind with a holistic approach to your personal growth, your personal relationships that you have with other people, and have these intellectual conversations with people, creating things that are going to be grounded in reality, but not lacking in imagination. I love this for you because it's bringing about this harmonious balance between wishing what you want to pursue and your material goals, and acknowledging I can do this with spiritual and emotional undercurrents and my connections that I can have with other people, or that I can learn from other people. This sextile is wanting you to create these boundaries and structure with a focus on your spiritual growth, your emotional healing, these healthy boundaries for the goals of you connecting with other people, places, and things that are in better alignment with what you want to do for your future, like new goals for your future. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, the sun is your chart ruler, and now it's really focused on the top of your chart. It is sandwiched between Jupiter and Uranus, which we just had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is offering you freedom and liberation. It's literally shaking up where you have been stuck or stable for so long that it's offering you new opportunities for growth and expansion. Venus is here offering the uniting of people, places, and things, the bringing together, and love and beauty and money and resources. The moon is inching closer to the sun because this is the time period that's right before the new moon. You are literally planting the seeds with this sextile. It's tilling the ground so that the ground is fertile. You're like going through the ground and you're pulling up all the weeds and you're watering it, making sure it's going to be perfect for this new moon. The sun represents your identity and your ego. This is all about you. This is about your perception of what do you want to do for your public life, your career, you being seen as an authority figure. The 10th house has to do with your reputation, and this being very important, that you're laying the groundwork and planting the seeds for your reputation, for something to be growing over time. Now, Pisces is watery, it's intuitive, it's emotional, it's creative, and Saturn in Pisces is offering these opportunities for you to create these healthy boundaries. Taurus includes stability and enjoying the finer things because like Venus is here. And with Pisces, it's more about the spiritual realm. And Saturn in Pisces is in your 8th house of your deep psychological connections that you have with other people. Because this is a harmonious aspect, this is using those or in conjunction with those. This is the house of where you share money, resources, debt, or other connections with people that are shared or joint ventures. This could be with a business partner. This could be with a significant other. This could be with an ex, if this includes alimony and child support or children. And so the 8th house is all about your debts, your obligations, taxes, inheritances. The 8th house is also the occult and it's about your private affairs that you don't share with other people. And so tapping into that dreamy, intuitive, imaginative energy, but also saying, I need to have some healthy boundaries with it. That's what Saturn is bringing. This transit is encouraging you to have this holistic approach to your personal growth with these people that are in this house and in your 10th house. Like, who am I going to share? Like, what do I want to share about myself as an authority figure with the people that I work with? Remember that the 10th house is your public life, your career, your job. The 10th house is your reputation. It's your social status. You saying, how am I going to embrace my holistic approach and my personal growth? Because the 8th house is private. And what do I share with my these intellectual pursuits of who I want to be? And how do I blend these different areas of my life? How do I ground them in reality, but not lacking in the imagination? And you saying, all right, this is going to be a time period for me for this stable growth, for these practical achievements of what I want to achieve over time. For my job, my career. I'm going to need discipline. I'm going to need patience. I'm going to blend this energy all together, and I'm going to use my intuition, what my gut says. It's both of these areas of your life, your mind and your spirit, both being in this harmonious balance between wanting to pursue these material goals, but also acknowledging your spiritual and emotional growth of what you have gone through in order to achieve, and how do I bring that into this grounded approach to what I want to do with my life, and having this grounded approach to life's challenges and ambitions, because the 10th house also represents authority figures over you and you wanting to be seen as an authority figure during this transit. Planting the seeds for your growth. This is such a beautiful aspect, because it's prepping you for the opportunities ahead that are leading up to the planting of the seeds. Saturn in Pisces really wants you to say, okay, I'm ready to create these boundaries and the structure with these people that I'm intimate with a focus on my spiritual growth, my emotional healing, and having the healthy boundaries with the people that I work with, or that I am in charge of, my career, where I want to make my mark on society. The 10th house is literally your professional life, and needing to have some kind of healthy boundaries about career and spirituality with you. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays for new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And for private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, I love this for you because the Sun is in your 9th house. It is sandwiched between the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that you've just had, that's offering you this freedom, this liberation of where you have been stuck and wanting to explore the world, wanting to take classes and take workshops and study and go to those places. It's an opportunity for you to have work published, dive into things that are like legal matters. The 9th house has everything to do with religion and philosophy and wanting to connect with other people from different cultures, like to have these cross-cultural experiences with other people, places, and enrich your mind from it and enrich your experiences from it. Venus is here, love and beauty and finding the finer foods and trying new things. And this can be meeting people also and connecting with other people. The moon is inching closer. I bring up the moon because the moon is moving closer during this transit, prepping you for planting of the seeds. This transit comes right before the new moon. It's like you are looking at the soil and saying, I need to till it up. and I need to water it, and I need to pull out all the weeds, because as soon as I have the new moon, I can plant those seeds for not just flowers, but for trees. It's not just short-term growth, but it's growth over a longer period of time. And so a harmonious aspect with the sun representing your identity and your ego, about wanting to explore and do all these things. And I want them to be stable and practical. And I'm ready to explore and enjoy and slow down. I love that the Saturn is in Pisces in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, your significant others. This can be clients. The 7th house is about love, and it's about the opportunity to have these negotiations and cooperation and these agreements of where you're talking with other people. The 7th house is contractual, and it's verbal and non-verbal. It's you mixing and blending with other people. Saturn in Pisces, now remember, Pisces is watery and dreamy and creative, and it has no boundaries. And Saturn is structure and organized. And so together, it represents this time period where you're going to have this stable growth between new partners, new relationships, new clients, new contracts, and new growth for practical achievements that are grounded with determination. Pisces offers you this mystical intuition. It's about bringing this harmonious balance. Remember, sextile is like the two planets are talking together, saying, I'm going to support you as you shine in this area. And so a balance between what you're wishing for material goals, and acknowledging your spiritual and emotional self of partnership, significant others, clients, and wanting this area of your life to be in harmony, encouraging you to have this grounded approach and to be able to see people clearly for who and what they are. The sun sandwiched here is really this opportunity that's going to be leading you up to the growth of planting the seed, of creating these healthy boundaries that offer you structure, of partnerships with a focus on your spiritual growth and your emotional healing and your healthy boundaries, where you say, I'm ready to teach that class, and who is going to come with me? Who's going to follow me? I want to share this with you. I have a skill set. Remember, it's about teaching and learning, or I'm ready to dive into this. I want to understand this. I want to experience this. This transit is really creating the opportunity for grounding into reality for intellectual pursuits, and growing your relationships, and sharing it with the world. And so, Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, the Sun is sandwiched smack dab in the middle of Jupiter and Uranus. You just had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is about freedom and liberation and creating something new. And it's in your 8th house of your shared resources. The 8th house is taboo topics. It's the connection that you have with other people that can be deep and psychological. This can be business partners, significant others. It can also include family, and it can include exes. The 8th house is the house of joint ventures, where we have these private affairs and we don't always share them openly with others. It can be taxes and alimony and debt, and where we invest money, and like basically our shared resources. So you've just had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction offering freedom and liberation. And so we know that this is starting to prep you for what is to come from it. Venus offers love and beauty and money and bringing people together. Now the moon is coming closer into a new moon in the sign of Taurus, offering you this time of you are tilling the soil. You are prepping the ground in this area of your life and pulling out all the weeds and watering it, because when you have this new moon, now you're going to plant the seeds for not just like flowers, but it's for trees. It's not just for growth for now, but it's for growth for later. The 8th house is who you are connected with, that can include contracts, but it can also include the 8th house has to do with our deep private affairs that we don't always tell people about. It can be the house of sex and deep psychological bonding that we have with people, and it can also be these contractual agreements that we have with other people. Now, it's in a harmonious aspect, in a sextile with Saturn in Pisces in your 6th house of your daily habits, finding a guide, finding a mentor, somebody that can support you with the guidance necessary. The 6th house represents what do you do on a daily basis in order to take care of your health and well-being. The 6th house has everything to do with self-care and how I can support others, but I can't do that until I take care of myself. Now, the sun representing your identity, we know that this has everything to do with you and who you are connected in these relationships that can be kind of tricky with. Taurus themes include wanting stability, wanting practicality. This could include like where your money's invested, unless you are like the person who is in charge of the money and it's you taking care of other people's money and resources. Pisces, being very watery and dreamy and creative and imaginative, is bringing about a transit that's encouraging you to embrace this holistic approach to your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological health, well-being, your personal growth in these relationships with other people and these intellectual pursuits. It's creating this these opportunities that are grounded in reality, but not lacking in imagination. Taurus is an earth sign. Saturn is earth. Pisces is water. And the sun is this fire. And so it's having this fertile ground that there's water of dreams and emotions and spirituality and my intuition, planting things into the ground, and the sun saying, things can grow here. I can manifest this. This harmonious aspect is also requiring you to have these healthy boundaries and a structure of like a daily habit of how can I first off take care of my needs, and then I can help others. I need to focus on my spiritual growth, my emotional healing. I need to focus on these healthy boundaries and not be pulled back into others' stuff until I've taken care of my own. The 6th house also represents like, where do we go to get guided information about that? That could be a counselor, a mentor, a shamanic practitioner. It's also where I go and I meditate and tap into what do I need for my best and highest good. And so together, Libra, this is offering you this opportunity to say, I need to have this grounded approach to the life's challenges and my ambitions as I move forward with everything that I'm sharing with others. And that can include business partner, significant other, and certain family members. So Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, I love this for you because the Sun is sandwiched right in between all of these other planets in your 7th house. Your 7th house represents you with your business partner, your significant other, clients, your relationship with best friends. This is also open enemies and exes, but this is going to be this positive experience that comes from this. You've just had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, liberating and freeing you, like shaking up your world and saying, these are my people and these are not my people, and moving forward with more grounded practicality of who are your, who do you trust moving forward? Who's going to be with you? The seventh house not only represents love, but it represents contractual agreements, like you signing contracts with other people and wanting stability with where you work on promises or negotiation or cooperation with other people. Now, Venus here is offering beauty, love, money, and bringing to you, wanting to bind together for you, offering you this. Now the moon is approaching the sun, and when it comes together, this will be the new moon. So this is what precedes the new moon. This sextile is in the sun sandwiched here in this sextile is literally prepping you for the opportunities that lay ahead for you to plant the new moon intentions or the seeds. It's leading you up to like tilling the soil. Taurus is earth. And so it's looking at the dirt and saying, I need to pull out all these weeds. I need to water it. I need to make sure that I've added the fertilizer, because at this new moon, I'm going to plant those seeds and we're going to move forward with new growth for my future. Now, it's the harmonious aspect is between Saturn and Pisces in your fifth house of creativity, being able to take a risk, children, art, music, love, beauty. The fifth house is gambling or excitement or recreation and fun and joy, and you needing to have these simple pleasures in life and wanting to have it and connecting with your partner to do this, or wanting to bring this for like you're planting the seeds for it. So this could be wanting my partner with this. This could be wanting to offer this for clients, like this is a resource that I offer, or doing more things with a friend. The sun represents your identity and your ego, and this is where you are stable and looking for practical things, wanting to slow down. Pisces is the visionary, the creative energy, and Saturn here is saying, I need solid, healthy boundaries around some things, because I have believed in things and I have trusted and have gotten hurt from this. This is going to be a time period that you're going to have this stable growth for practical achievements. Remember, it's your sun, with discipline and patience, blending with this grounded determination of what do you want to pursue? What types of contracts, what types of relationships, what type of service do you want to offer? Acknowledging needing a connection to spiritual and emotional growth, all while encouraging you to have this grounded approach to the challenges that are coming at you and the ambitions that you have. This is, I love it because it's freedom, it's liberation, and it's an opportunity to say, it's spring. I need to plant these seeds and I need to till the soil, and I'm ready to grow some things for my future, my personal growth, my relationships. I need to grow some relationships that are going to be stable for me, and creating things that are grounded in reality, but not lacking in imagination, and working with trust. I want to surround myself with people who get me, know me, and I can trust, and they can, well, of course, they can trust you. It's like the earning of the trust. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, you are having the sun in this harmonious aspect with Saturn in Pisces in your fourth house. So to break this down, the sun is sandwiched in between just having this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, liberating you, offering freedom of like changes to your daily habits. The sixth house is about health and wellness. It's where you find a mentor, find a guide, maybe not needing them anymore, or it's how I take care of myself on a daily basis. It's alternative health and well-being practices, meditation, yoga. It could be, it's also where we connect to ending and freeing yourself and liberating yourself from some of these bad habits and creating new as you move forward. Now, we also have Venus here, love, beauty, money, and resources, and looking for things that are, this is going to be a time that you're going to say, I'm ready to slow down. I want to enjoy the finer things of life. I have been really working really hard and I deserve this. I need this. Now, the moon is inching closer to the sun. With this, the sun being sandwiched here, this transit is prepping you for the opportunities that lay ahead for the new moon in Taurus. This harmonious aspect is saying, here's the dirt. Let's pull the weeds. Let's water the dirt. Let's till it up, because when the new moon happens, it'll be this blessing of planting the seeds. So everything that's going on now is leading up to this. The sun represents your identity and your ego, and Taurus themes include wanting to have a stable routine in your life, wanting your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being to be stable, balancing between home and work, balancing what you give to yourself before you give to others, enjoying some finer things in life and saying, I'm ready to slow down. Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is the planet, it's Earth. It works really well with Taurus. It gives you the goal and says, this is really what I want in the end with this. And Pisces is watery, intuitive, and dreamy, and working together. It's, I need to create some healthy boundaries with structure and a focus for my personal, spiritual, emotional health and well-being, not just at home, but I need to make this a daily habit. I need to have healthy boundaries with people at home, your past, your family. Remember that the fourth house represents people that feel like home, or people that have shaped you. The fourth house also represents your ancestors, or like it's anybody that lives in your home, or like grandparents, or the people that have come before you, and your traditions. And how am I merging this together in a harmonious aspect? Pisces being watery and dreamy and imaginative is encouraging you to embrace a different approach to your personal growth in your relationships, with these intellectual pursuits of exploring different things for yourself. And does that mean yoga? Does that mean meditation? Does that mean tapping? Does that mean a chiropractor, a sound bath? The sixth house is all about different and alternative, and you needing to explore these different ideas and different practices that are out there, and then saying, I need to make this a daily habit for myself, for my mental health and well-being. I need to find this balance, a harmonious balance between what I want to pursue at home and my material goals, and acknowledging my my health and well-being, my mental, spiritual, emotional health and well-being, and planting the seeds that I can continue this growth into the future. All right, so Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, I love this because the Sun is smack dab in the middle of your fifth house of fun and joy and pleasure and creativity, taking risks, love affairs. It's children or childlike activities. It's the house of where I want to take a risk. I want to give birth to something. I want to have fun and joy and hobbies and I want to express myself in this way. You've just had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in this house giving you freedom and liberation. This could be a child moving out. This could be birthing a child. This could be ending a project or an activity and you saying, I am now free from this and now I can try new things. I can explore new things. We also have Venus. Venus is money, love, joy, resources. Now, Venus can be falling in love with somebody, like meeting a lover. The Venus can also be creating something, art, music, or writing and poetry, and using this and then taking it and to make money with. It's taking a skill set and saying, I could also make money with this. Or I'm going to pour my heart into this and create beauty with it. Beauty with your words, beauty with whatever you're doing. Now the moon is inching closer to the sun. So this transit is leading you up to the new moon. It's basically prepping the ground. Taurus is earth. So I want you to think of you're going to plant this garden, and as we lead up to it, you just don't plant these new seeds at the new moon. You have to till the soil. You have to take the earth and pull out the weeds and water it and fertilize it. And that's what this transit is about. It is Saturn in Pisces and saying, I'm going to support you for this new growth of things that you want to start in this next lunation, in this new moon. So the sun represents your identity and ego, wanting to start something new in this area of your life, saying, I need to be practical. I want to have some stability. I'm ready to slow down. I'm ready to tap into these creative projects, this creative energy. The third house represents the way that you communicate, who you communicate with. It's science and it's technology, and it's doing these things with areas like people, places, and things that are closer to you, like taking a class, taking a workshop that's closer to home. The third house also represents siblings and neighbors and cousins, and it's how you take in information and how you disseminate it, like how you share it with everybody else. It's the house of how am I building these relationships with people as I'm gathering information and sharing it, my connection to other people. Now, you're using this because Taurus wants stability. It wants the practicality. You're an earth sign. Like as a Capricorn, this is in trine to your first house of self, of what you want to do. I want to slow down. I want to enjoy life. I want to build something that will grow, change, and evolve over time. This transit is going to encourage you to embrace these holistic approaches for your personal growth, in your relationships, and for intellectual growth. Who are you spending your time with? Is it filling up your mind, your body, your soul, or are you doing the same thing all the time, every single day? Is that offering you personal growth in relationships or in your pursuit of new creative projects and ideas, creating things that are grounded in reality? You saying, no, I need to do some new things because I can't do this anymore. Having the discipline and the patience of Saturn, blending it with Taurus's grounded determination, and Pisces is mystical, intuition, following your gut instinct, following your dreams, following your your spirit guides, your like what you hear and know to do, following your path and saying, I need to be in a harmonious balance between what I'm wishing and what I'm pursuing for not just material goals, but also for acknowledging my emotional health and well-being, my spiritual approach to things, and does this sit right with me? And encouraging you to have this grounded approach to life's approach, this grounded approach to your life's ambitions and your challenges that you're going to have during this. Like, you're going to set this new moon intention, and it's going to be growing things, and there will be growing pains that come from it, but this is freedom and liberation to grow something new that's going to bring you joy and excitement. The fifth house is, what do I want to give birth to? What am I willing to take a risk for? And so, Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, the Sun, this transit is now occurring in your fourth house. I love it that it is sandwiched between all this other energy. So you've just had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction offering you freedom, liberation, totally shaking up what does your home look like? What does your family look like? What do your traditions look like? The fourth house represents your ancestors, your foundation. It represents real estate, property, people who feel like family or people that are family. It could have you uncovering things about your past, or it could have you focused on what do I want to do, or acknowledging things about people that I've shared my past with. Now, the liberation, the freedom is offering you this opportunity to, like, it's literally like an earthquake, shaking some things up, saying, I now need to do something that's better suited for me. And what does home, family, roots, foundation look like? So a kid could have moved out, somebody could have moved in. It's big. And then we have Venus. Venus is about love and money and beauty and uniting. So are we going to create a family? Are we going to decorate the home and make it beautiful? Venus is about money, but it's also about making things beautiful, but it's money and resources. Or like, maybe I'm fixing up this house in order to sell it, in order to flip it. The moon here is inching closer to a new moon. So this transit is in a harmonious aspect with Saturn and Pisces in your second house of self-worth, cash, property, resources, your skill set, your opinions, your values. It's about your financial condition and what you need in order to feel secure. It's in a harmonious aspect, like the two planets are working together, and it's working together to lead you up to prepping the fertile soil in order to plant the seeds for the new moon as the moon gets closer. So when you have soil and you're going to have this new moon to plant these seeds, you just don't go out there and plant it in the backyard. You have to look at it and say, I'm going to pull the weeds, I'm going to till the soil, I'm going to add some fertilizer. That's what this transit is about. Saturn is solid, stable, reliable. It's the mountain. And Pisces is my dreams, my intuitions, my feelings about wanting to be stable, wanting to be secure. What does home look like? How can I build this home? The sun represents your ego and your identity. And it's you saying, I need stability, but I need it to be practical. And I have this vision. I need to use this creative energy of how can I attain these goals? Pisces, being watery and dreamy, is taking your imagination with this transit and encouraging you to embrace this holistic approach to how you want to have this personal growth, not only with what you're building at home, but this foundation, this relationship with people that are family or that feel like family, and have these intellectual pursuits, creating things that are grounded in reality, but not lacking in imagination. Like, how can I make this happen? I have to think outside the box. I have to use the structure that I'm given and create this stable growth with practical achievements that can happen with discipline and patience, but blending this harmonious balance between my goals and my spiritual and emotional and my health and well-being about what kind of a home do I want and what feels good to me and how do I ground myself into this approach, because there's going to be challenges there, and I have these ambitions. I mean, Saturn is the mountain, and it says this is the goal and this is what you have to do, and Pisces is this is my dream. And the sun in your fourth house is really saying, I want you to create these boundaries with this structure, with a focus on your spiritual growth, your emotional healing, these healthy boundaries, in order for you to plant the seeds for what you want to grow over a longer period of time. This is not just planting a flower, but it's planting a tree. So it's not just for now, but it's for a longer period. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, I absolutely love this for you because this includes your first house of who you are. So we have the Sun sandwiched in your third house in between all of these other planets. It's really magnifying the way that you communicate, who you communicate, siblings, neighbors, cousins, communication in general, science, technology. It's the house of taking classes and workshops and doing things that are closer to home and exploring these other avenues of how do I gather the information and how do I disseminate it. It's building of relationships. It's talking and exchanging ideas. You've just had a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which was huge, offering you a like freedom and liberation and of endings of some things in this area, offering you this opportunity to say, all right, I have not changed. I have not embraced science. I have not embraced technology. This can include AI. This can, like anything that's science and technology related. It could be Chat GPT. It's updating your phone, updating your computer. The third house is how you communicate, and it's technology and it's science. And so we know that Jupiter and Uranus is really offering you this opportunity to liberate you. Now, the planet Venus is offering an opportunity to love and beauty and contracts and uniting, showing you what I can do to further myself for connecting with somebody else or to improve my quality of life. Now we have the moon. The moon is inching closer every single day to a new moon. So this aspect is bringing you closer to planting the seeds. We just don't plant a seed in the backyard and hope it'll grow. This sextile between Saturn and Pisces in your first house, Saturn is stability. Saturn is growth, and Pisces is watery and intuitive and psychic and dreamy. It's in your first house of who you are. The first house represents your self-expression. It's how other people see you. It's how you want to be known. It's your personality. It's your appearance. It's your vitality. It's your strength. I always say that it's you being seen as in your business card or your website, and your general temperament, your body, your identity, your image. And so Saturn in Pisces is watery, intuitive, but needing to have some healthy boundaries here. So the moon leading up to this new moon, as it inches closer, is this opportunity to go out into your backyard, and you have to till up the soil. You have to pull out the weeds. You have to add the fertilizer before you plant the seeds at the new moon. And so this sextile is saying the sun representing your ego is your identity. I can do this. This is all about me. This is all about communication. This is all about technology and who I need to get my information from. Me sharing this information, making sure that whatever I'm doing is stable, reliable, wanting to understand it, slowing down and using this creative energy. Pisces being watery and dreamy is saying together this transit can help me have this holistic, natural approach to my personal growth, to my relationships that I have with other people, to my intellectual pursuits of taking a class or taking a workshop and maybe connecting up with people there. Something that's local that I can ground into reality but doesn't lack imagination. Like, who are you connecting up with? Needing to build some relationships with other people. This is going to be a time that's going to be offering you slow, stable growth with these practical achievements of you connecting with others, you conversing, you diving into whether you meet with them online and then finally meet with them in person, or what are you using this technology for? Is this for a business? Is this for is this for like a group that you want to get out there and meet people? Or are you ready to showcase what you have, your website, your business card, you being known as like Saturn and Pisces in the first house is, how do I want other people to see and know me? It's a transformation of needing this harmonious balance between what do I want to pursue and my material goals, and acknowledging that the spiritual or emotional undercurrents of things that are going on, that I need to be grounded and things need to be practical. I have to have this practical approach to life and my personal ambitions. Saturn in Pisces really wants you to create these boundaries within yourself. It's in your first house of your identity, with a focus on your spiritual growth, and offer you this healing opportunity because of the healthy boundaries that you are going to surround yourself with as you move forward to plant these new seeds for these new moon intentions of what do you want to grow, not just for right now, but for a longer period of time, not just a flower, but for a tree. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.